course, we're hoping to keep boosting those numbers over the weekend. And out of all those 5,500 cases or tests, there was only one that tested positive, which is again a positive sign. As New South Wales moves into May and as we look to be easing restrictions, can I please encourage everybody to download the federal government's COVID Safe app? I've done it and I'm normally someone who would worry about my privacy. I'm someone who would worry about people accessing my phone, but I have no concerns about this app, and ask everybody else to please download it as well. The more people that are on the app, the safer all of us will be, especially as New South Wales moves forward in easing some of those restrictions we've had to live with for the last few weeks. So can I please encourage everybody to do that? I also do want to outline the fact that this is the last week where children will be learning from home, where there'll be online learning, and obviously schools go back next week. I do want to foreshadow, which Dr. Chant will also mention, that there was a child diagnosed positive at Warragamba School. That school's now been shut down and will go through the normal cleaning process. And I say to parents and teachers and school communities, this is likely to occur on a more regular basis when schools go back, but we've demonstrated from our experience in Term 1, best practice when it comes to isolating a case, shutting down a school, doing a deep clean, and then resuming activities as soon as possible once contacts have been established. So whilst it's happened again today, I anticipate it will happen more frequently, but please have confidence that we've gone through all the processes and we know what it takes to keep everybody safe when that occurs. I also do want to stress that whilst it'll be a staged return to school from next week, the New South Wales Government has encouraged all of our public schools to expedite Year 12, and that was a guideline we'd put out. And I'm pleased to say that the latest report I received from the Minister for Education is that the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of public schools have been able to expedite classes for Year 12. So we anticipate next week that whilst most years will have a day or two of tuition, that Year 12, the vast majority of high schools have catered for extra classes for Year 12, which is a very positive sign. And as I've said previously, we're hoping that if the first few weeks go well, that we will consider bringing back full-time face-to-face teaching in a quicker way than we'd first anticipated. I also want to stress again that whilst we had been with some tough restrictions in the last few weeks, that over the weekend, and I've just spoken to the Police Commissioner this morning, we're very pleased with everybody respecting the rules and regulations. And again, a huge thank you to our citizens. This gives us heart that with the downloading of the COVID Safe app and the fact that everybody is trying to do the right thing, that we can move forward with confidence in looking at other restrictions to ease, and that is a positive thing. I really appreciate everybody's cooperation and support because it has made a huge difference. But as I said last week, we've also used this time to build up our health system, to build up our health supplies, and I'm very pleased to announce today, and the Minister for Health will have more to say about this, but the New South Wales Government invested massively in the new Westmead Hospital precinct, and today the acute services building will be open 3 months ahead of schedule. That's an extra 300 beds, 2 emergency departments. This is a huge investment, a huge precinct, which won't just be about providing direct health services, but also being an amazing research and development hub, a huge education hub. And the $1 billion investment in that precinct is one of the largest we've seen in a short amount of time in our health system. Incredibly proud of what's been achieved, and the Minister for Health will be able to provide further details. So thank you to everybody for your cooperation. We're definitely heading in the right direction to get a bit of normality back in our lives. Looking forward to having schools come back next week, and please continue to come forward and get tested, especially as the weather is cooler. Flu-like symptoms are likely to be more common and frequent, but please don't worry. If you have flu-like symptoms, it could be COVID. Please come forward and get tested. That is the best thing to do. We've got more than ample testing kits, more than ample ways in which you can get tested, and we're just so pleased that the number of people who came forward on the weekend, and we want that to continue every day of the week to get as close to the 8,000 number as we can.